Welcome back to App Development Club. Good to see all these familiar faces and some new ones. Welcome back. We're doing week 5. How many people had midterms? Oh my gosh, Jesus Christ. Good luck on your midterms, guys. I hope you make it out. Hey, Derek, Sandy. Yeah, welcome. And today we're actually just going to be continuing our project work that we've been doing the past few weeks. We're also going to talk a little bit about like the progress we've made on each of the teams and what we're going to try to do for this meeting. And yeah. So first things first, Cal Hacks. This weekend we had the honor of representing OSU at Cal Hacks, which is the world's largest college hackathon. My teammates are actually here in the room, Sandy, Derek, and then we're missing Jeff. Yeah, and we actually secured first place. So yeah. Oh, you pulled in the wrong presentation. But yeah, it was incredibly honored. We were incredibly honored to honestly participate in the hackathon. We flew out Friday night, and then we literally had like 2 hours of sleep the entire weekend. It was insane. But yeah, it was a huge honor to represent OSU and put us on the map like that. And I highly recommend hackathons for everyone in our club because it's a great way to get experience, build projects, and yeah. Cool. And now we want to come and talk about our progress on the project. So I'm going to allow the rest of my team to break that down.
All right, so first up, the front end team. Chi, if you want to talk about what the progress is.
So the progress so far, you guys have this page, chat page, another chat page, and a sign up page, which is pretty cool. But ideally, what you guys want to do is polish the design and finalize design, and also set up the React project with Vite, which is really fast. And also, you want to set up a router, React router, which allows you to link pages to each other. And if you guys have time, it would be good to use a code formatter so you can navigate your code and access it easier.
Also, one more thing to add, we have like resources on Vite, like setting up with Vite, and there's also a few experienced people with front end who can probably help you out with that. Also, I think we're missing okay, we did skip the backend team. So far the backend team, it looks like you guys have finished your ERD diagram from what I've seen in the Discord. And oh yeah, I'm not able to share. You have to like enable it. But yeah, also Tom, thanks to Tom, you guys also have like a backend set up right now where you can like start actually working. If you guys haven't seen like his changes, it'll be like much easier to actually start working on the backend side of things. So to-dos, for now, understanding the starter code that Tom put in the GitHub is probably the first step for the backend team. Making sure everyone's like acquainted and understands what's going on. Additionally, setting up environment variables because on GitHub, you're not supposed to push environment variables because it contains private information. So just make sure that everyone has, I guess, is up to date on environment variables and which ones to put in your .env file. And then additionally is to figure out how to start setting up routes from the ARD diagram and converting that to code. And if Taz wants to talk about the AI team.
Yeah, and finally for the AI team, so you guys luckily have all pretty much all your data collected, which is fantastic. Got syllabi for so many different courses. We also got a Python server set up last last club meeting, which was great. So things we can work on now is set up Pinecone DB, which is the vector database we're going to be using to help fine tune our AI model. Along with that, we got to figure out how to the uploading route into Pinecone to how to get that syllabi data into that database. And then finally, figure out how to use LangChain and integrate that with Pinecone to help fine tune the AI model. In the links tab in the Discord, there's a project overview, which has a lot of resources that goes over what Pinecone is, what LangChain is, and kind of how to work with those. So I highly recommend you guys check that out. Definitely super helpful.
Yeah, and more on that, if you really want to know where it actually is, if you go into our Discord channel and click links, I can do it on both screens. Give me 1 second. It looks like this. It's a project overview. We have links for everything in the entire project, from like general stuff to our GitHub repositories to stuff like our front end stuff. And then we also have backend specific things like MongoDB, Express. And then for the AI team, we have complete documentation for all the tools that we'll be using, such as LangChain and Python. And yeah, we also have the specs below that. So here's the front end page, here's the back end page, and then here's the AI page. And it basically, it should answer every question that you guys have. Oh, looks like I have to add a space there. Oh, gone now. But yeah, does anyone have any questions? The question was, for the front end, will we have a problem with using OSU local? Not exactly. You can pretty much use like your current development environment. However, I don't recommend using Flip because there's people like needing that for like OS1, OS2, etc.
I think they meant the logo.
Oh, the logo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, we can talk about that later, specifically on the front end team, but specifically, I wouldn't recommend using OSU branding on the project just because recently clubs actually got in trouble for using like Bees, OSU. So now we're actually not even called the OSU App Development Club. We're just called App Development Club. But yeah, just a little tidbit about that. But cool. Let me go back to the slideshow. And yeah, we actually planned on talking about cow hacks at the end, but it ended up, we were using the wrong slide deck. Our apologies. But yeah, we have team time now scheduled. So commence.
Remember AI, front end, back end.
Yeah.
Cool, you guys are in like the right places. And then if you have any questions, feel free to come up to any of the officers.